I started the optical business because I like it and it is very lucrative. My customers are many.
Lukman started his optical business 2 years ago. For him, it remains lucrative as long as customers like Akin patronizes. 6 out of 10 persons wear medicated or fashion eyewear in Ogba, an area in Lagos, Nigeria, for different motives.
Me too, I was sick to the point of coma. So when I come out from that coma, they say I can't see again. Me and I say I will see. And I went to my church. They now deliver me, so I'm able to see. So I'm still doing medication every 3 weeks.
I'm wearing a prescribed frame. I started using one when I was in secondary school. I started realizing that if I sit at the front of the class, I could see the board clearly. But when I sit at the back, I could not see anything. It was blurry. So I noticed it for like 2 years or so before I started using glasses.
Eyes are one of the most fascinating and complex parts of the body. Ironically, humans actually see with their brains and not directly with the eyes. The eyes function like a camera capturing light and sending data back to the brain. As body systems break down and fail rapidly, the eyes are no exception.
Generally around this part of the world, a lot of people don't pay attention to something until it has started spoiling. We generally lack a maintenance culture. We wait until we are sick before we go to a hospital, forgetting that there's something such as preventive care, which means that you need to go and check. You need to have a healthy lifestyle in order to prevent some of these diseases from coming, instead of concentrating on going for cures when you are ill.
In 2017, youth in the southwest region had the second highest prevalence of the use of medicated glasses, with 55.67%, while the incidence of refractive errors also followed the same trend, with southwest having 50.51%.
A lot of conditions that would affect your vision in the long run do not present as refractive errors. So when you wear glasses, you're only correcting the refractive errors. Nobody is looking into your eyes to tell you, oh, you are developing cataracts, or you have age-related macular degeneration, or you have glaucoma. It takes a proper eye exam done by either an optometrist or an ophthalmologist for you to know that you have these conditions. Okay, so going to cut your lenses many times predisposes you to a lot of eye diseases that normally we would have caught on time, especially with glaucoma.
You can imagine somebody using urine, and the women said that use early morning urine to bathe the eye, and if it's infected, you are just adding insult to the injury already. So these things, I'm glad you mentioned them. They don't have a role, and it's the importance of having talks like so that the public can be educated that don't use remedies like don't use sugar, don't use breast milk.
Nigeria became a signatory to the Vision 2020 Global Initiative to eliminate the main causes of all preventable and treatable blindness as a public health issue by the year 2020. However, lack of and inequity of access to prevention and eye care services severely increases the prevalence of visual impairment.
I wanted a cheap one. I wanted where I could get it cheaper. So when I saw somebody telling me that if I could just get my prescription, it could just give me one, that was where I was intrigued. So later I realized that, okay, I used it once and I started tearing up. So anytime I use the glasses and I remove it, I would start tearing up and having a headache. So I had to go back to the doctor, and that was when I was given the right one to use.
This one is not recommended. Though I have recommended at home. If I want to go to hospital, I will use that one.
Frames themselves, frames are like jewelry. You can pick up a pair of earrings. You can pick up a bracelet, wherever it is you choose to buy it. And then frames are for different uses. You have your sunglasses that are basically for when you're outdoors in the sun. Many of the frames you find out there, they are really just tinted lenses. You will see on top of everything UV this, UV that, but there's really no way of checking the quality of those things to be sure that they are working. What quality, what standards do they use in producing those? So those kinds of frames are mass produced and then just shipped into the country, and people just go ahead and buy just because they are cheaper. Okay, then there are people who wear glasses who actually need optical frames. When you want to dispense lenses, your lenses must go into what we call optical frames. Not every frame can work for your glasses.
Although qualitative healthcare could be expensive, affordability and accessibility will encourage the culture of routine medical care in a society like Nigeria. For this reason, experts advise that blindness prevention programs must go beyond lip service.
Everyone has a right to sight. Check yearly to see clearly.
To avoid total blindness, please report early case of conjunctivitis or any other eye-related condition to your ophthalmologist.